Do not sleep on XDC. The R3 quarter bridge with XDC, how huge it is. Remember, you guys heard me basically state that. Here is why it is so huge. All right, let's jump into that. So, shout out to Crypto Ready. He does a lot of particular, short videos. I'm glad that he's doing a little bit more in regards to some, written graphs and so on. It says why XDC will take all the money. Well, I don't know about all the money, but there's going to be a lot to it in regards to the trade sector, right? R3, right? I keep mentioning like R3 is huge. Why is it huge? Just like it says, more than 90% of all the banks in the world use R3. When we talk about that R3 XDC bridge, that's why it's huge, because about roughly 90+%, right? A little bit off in the banks. R3 plus XDC, the only settlement token. That part stands out in itself. Do the math. Let's blow it up.
If managing your crypto feels like solving a puzzle, it's time to switch to Decent Wallet. So just a few taps, you can manage, track, and secure your crypto with unmatched ease. And here's the best part. Grab your Decent Wallet at a discounted price by using the referral link below. Don't miss out on making your crypto experience smoother and more secure.
R3's ecosystem of 300 plus firms drives cross-industry collaboration. Look at this particular ecosystem. Look at this particular collaboration. By the way, this only represents XDC with some of these particular ones you see here, part of the R3 ecosystem, right? As we know, XDC in itself has a lot more going on with that, with it than just that. But since we're on the topic of R3, look how big this is. So it says ecosystem participants, part of R3 in itself. Citibank, ING, BBVA, Barclays, UBS, Wells Fargo, right? I have Wells Fargo. I have a checking account with Wells Fargo. I've had it since, probably since I was a teenager. Actually, think about it, since I was 18. All right. HSBC, Credit Suisse, Bank of America. Remember Bank of America, that particular Ripple partnership, right? So here's the thing. The R3 Corda, thing that they got going on with XDC is massive. But look at this. It says, grow your existing network through R3's member base. And you see this onboarding already, and it's continuing to happen. They have, for instance, this thing called Core dApps, increases efficiencies across your business by utilizing ready-built Core dApps, right? And on top of that, look at some of the delivery partners. It says collaborate with system integrators, talking too much today, to move your Core dApps to production, accelerate your go-to-market strategy, so on and so forth. You want to talk about infrastructure? Deploy on your technology of choice, integrate with legacy systems. This is all being done, and you have XDC at the center of it. That is huge. Again, it's kind of like the same concept when you think about it with Ripple's on-demand liquidity. Why do we use that particular example? Again, it's because the utility hasn't been fully utilized. If Ripple's on-demand liquidity is going to be massive for the central banks of the world and so on, then it makes sense that XDC would be there with it, right? It consistently have it as number 4 because of the trade sector. Combine that with everything that we see with R3, it might even happen sooner than people think. But I'm not complaining about the sideways consolidation and so on. If anything, I could appreciate it, because I have a better understanding that this is going to be huge. This is why we state, don't sleep on your XDC. Or how about this? Don't sleep on XDC, period, because you might not even be in it yet, right? And at these particular prices, this is still technically on sale. This thing is going to absolutely blast off. Not financial advice. That's just the way I personally feel about it. So I saw this, and this was on actually CoinGecko. And it says, what is the XDC network? Well, we know about the network, right? It gives you an example of how XDC is in all the middle of this. You guys are always talking about GBEX. Yesterday, we covered quite a bit in regards to EURS and so on, and why that's big. Some of you guys are big on XSP, you name it, right? But, it gives new investors an outline here, which is really, really cool. But here's the thing I want to talk about real quick, and that is specifically XDC 721, which is similar to kind of like Quant's NFT, but built on the XDC network. I'm going to show you guys a little bit in regards to this. There's another one. So it states here that says this innovation has resulted in the world's first NFT, a single XRC20 token backed by trade finance assets being deployed on the XDC network in September 2021. Okay, that happened a while back. But the key thing here, I'm sorry, I missed that part. It states that XDC network supports all EVM compatible smart contracts, protocols, and atomic cross-chain token transfers. Also fully complies with the ISO 222 message standard and its applications in trade finance and other payment sectors. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to skip that. This is why I feel as though that you have to include the likes of XDC when we talk about this big mandate that's coming. There's literally the proof right there, right? Because they're part of that particular messaging standard. So just because we haven't seen this thing blast off yet, that's the main thing. Once we have this implemented, I think we start seeing the start of that. Of course, you know, they listed this out for everybody to have an idea of how this all works. Did you happen to know that on June 1st of 2022, XDC network celebrated 3 years of achievements since the launch of its mainnet back in 2019? The network itself has seen upwards, listen to this, of 372 million transactions and the creation of over 865,576 accounts with more than 12,400 smart contracts. We covered the whole thing about, you know, Comtech Gold. I think that's huge in itself. There's a lot of things that are trending with Comtech Gold. Just in case you're new to this, Comtech Gold token is a stable asset pegged to the price of 1 gram of pure gold, which is fully backed and redeemable for just what? Physical gold. And of course, this is done through XDC's blockchain. Really massive. Comtech is registered in the United Arab Emirates and complies with the Sharia principles. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of Sharia law, but teaches on. Hey guys, I just want to point out something real quick in regards to Uphold with you guys. A lot of you guys are familiar with Uphold or heard about it, but if you're brand new to all this and don't have an account, basically there's some benefits. It benefits me, it benefits you. This is a win-win. But one thing I want to point out to really pound it home with Uphold is, for example, XDC. As we know, with XDC, a lot of us have to jump through the hoops of like KuCoin, use a VPN to kind of get around things. This is American-based exchange with Uphold. You don't have to do that. You can get your XDC here, and yeah, not having to deal with that is a great thing. You could also get XRP here. Again, American-based exchange. There's a refer and earn. Bottom line is, if you deposit $100, I get 20, you get 20. It's a win-win for both of us. And of course, that's in BTC, but again, you can swap that to any of these particular altcoins. So check it out. Links are in the description if you would like to take advantage of the 20. And yeah, a win for both of us. How cool is that? Links in the description, both on the live and on the recorded. Thanks, guys. Over and out.